is your overview about what it looks like in terms of the implementation of the Constitution and where we should be?
My view is that the Constitution, 16 years down the road, definitely altered the way we run the country. We have successes that we should celebrate, and we have misses. It is a work in progress. Why do I say this? As I walked in, Asset was talking about devolution. In many ways, devolution was revolutionary. I grew up in the slums of Kondele in Kisumu, and we needed to, influence decision being made through development plans at the Treasury in Nairobi. Okay. Right now, last week, I was attending a town hall meeting for, the Kondele ward. That is the place I grew up in.
Yeah.
And residents were able to raise with me issues to do with, lack of infrastructure, about failed, sewerage system. And it didn't take me to write to Treasury in Nairobi as a lawyer for a citizens-led movement in the city. I simply wrote to the governor. I wrote to the other service providers like Kisumu Water and Sewerage Company. I was able to write to the MCA, and because of that intervention, direct intervention to the leadership, it did not take 6 hours, and the sewerage problem was being, corrected. Okay. And yesterday, residents sent me photos of stone pitching on a drainage that is being built, and the residents are celebrating. That is evidence of when leadership is near the people, then people can influence leadership. So the fact that you do not have to come to Nairobi to monitor what your MP is doing, the fact that you can walk literally to the county assembly and present a petition there, the fact that you can have public participation at the local social hall, and follow up by going and sitting in the public gallery within the county assembly, the fact that you can walk to the governor, those are powerful transformations. But then there are also other, evidence of success. For instance, the dispersal of what used to be presidential powers to, the independent commissions, to parliament, to devolved systems, and in other aspects have enhanced institutional democracy in the country. The fact that we have a judiciary that can strike down presidential and other executive decisions in many aspects. But then my view is that the areas where we have not done very well, my view is that the Constitution was supposed to achieve around 3 areas. One was we needed to constrain power, and we did a good job in operationalizing how power could be constrained, and power is constrained especially on how public officers get to power and how we exercise authority over them, including judicial review in courts. But then the Constitution should not have been an end to its means. Constraining power, directing power, should have not been an end to its means. We needed to have focused this power, especially on the attainment of socioeconomic benefits to the citizens. And, I like the fact that the president conceded to this, that 16 years down the road, and 60 years after independence, we are still struggling with basic socioeconomic needs of the country: housing, water, sanitation, education, healthcare. And I think this conversation about at 16 is Katiba at 16 is coming at an opportune moment, especially when the country is also having a national conversation, or has begun a national conversation on the beyond 2030, especially to find out how to have a convergence between the constitutional promises and the national vision and development plans, and I'm hoping that out of the national conversation, we can then operationalize fully the attainment of the processes for attainment of especially the promise of Article 43, and by ensuring that in the compact that would emerge out of what is now being christened, Vision 2060, we could then have standards that have to be met. We could have, give commitments on what has to be done annually by which institution on housing, on water, on sanitation, on education, on health, and that we can measure this and then be able to decide how effective leadership is, unlike previously when this could not have, and this is provided for in the Constitution.
Yeah.